Hi YouTube, how's everybody doing? I am exhausted. I got woke up at 3 in the morning after going to bed at 2, and then at 7:30 I almost fell out my door. Everything was all wet in my door jamb, and let my little dog out, and I thought my cat was going to get out, and my chicken's right out there. And so I caught my arm on the door jamb, and it just slid all the way down there. And I had a good test on my toes that were broke though, because I sprained them backwards and they didn't break. And it's like, ooh, good to go. Damn, that hurt. I had a test on my broken arm too this spring. I hung from a tree, and it wasn't set properly. Um, so when I did that, I set it again, and man, was that painful. And that was after about a year of healing, so it was like extra ouch. But um yeah, so it's been quite the day so far. Say, whoever, I don't know your name, you've got one of these funky no name, I call you no name steaks. We have in the United States these little steaks that have papaya juice in them and God knows what other stuff. And so little icons with your no name. Hey, new no name. Here's a cigarette I'm gonna stick somewhere for you. Helps with the pain. It really does. My osteoarthritis and everything else, and I've been smoking since I was 5, and I'll still beat anybody in a 50-yard dash. Probably arm wrestling, leg wrestling, sparring, martial arts, whatever. So this may not be the channel for you. If you don't like to see somebody smoking, go away. Thanks for being here. Been nice not knowing you, or perhaps it'll be nice knowing you. One or the other. I'm not your mommy. I'm not your grandmommy. I'm not your example. I'm here to be a friend. I'm a loyal friend. I'm an honest person, and I'm on here to meet friends and expose the Illuminati. And only my adversaries give me shit, so join their club or mine, don't care. So I really don't. And to me, and I'm not talking to you anymore. Um, to me, this world is not about forgiveness at this point. I don't forgive pedophiles. I don't forgive cannibals. I don't forgive witchcraft and satanistic crap. There's certain things in this world that are unforgivable. A normal person, yeah, like things day to day. If you have a friend that was gonna like give you a ride and they didn't show up on time, or that's normal human being forgiveness stuff. Although I'm punctual, but there are people that aren't. There are people that don't do what they say they're gonna do, and that type of person. And so that's just the way that is. But in my life at this point, this is not a world, a forgiving world. So, not in my frame of mind. And I'm not changing my mind. I was born, I was very loving and very forgiving when I was little, up until a point. And yesterday I showed you that point. That was the turning day right there. And I mean, the things I was through, that's one thing, but to hear somebody else crying, I mean, my brother was so scared. He's 6'4.5". I'm 5'9". He was so scared when he was a little boy. He would not even get out of the bed and go help our mother if she was screaming, you know? So, yeah. And they treated him like a girl and tried to treat me like a boy. And it's like, whatever, whatever. Um, I became physically fit because I had to. So they favored him because he would suck up and I would not. So And really, in this world, that is what this is all about. If you don't suck up to the system, you're it. Well, I'm it and I don't care. And I'm not forgiving nobody of nothing. Like I heard Lionel Nation say just this morning, oh, brother, I'm with you. Brother, where art thou? You're over in New York. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. L. Um, he said that he has a very long shit list and he doesn't forgive shit. And if he was a Christian, he would make the worst Christian. Well, I don't know what to call the love I have for God. I have love for God. I'm his warrior. If there's like a little baby, a kid, a man, anybody getting hurt or having an injustice done to them, I'm the first one jumping on that. So, um, and I won't forgive any bullshit at all. I just don't do that, you know? Like I said, little tiny things in between people and people that are growing and learning and stuff, that's a different story. If I do get cut off, I love you all, and I really deep cleaned my phone today. I think yesterday what was going on was a lot of the we had just pure rain for 2 days, so um, that probably had a lot to do with it. So yeah, I was going to show you the building that Doug was building, but he had it almost fall on him. He put it up at the tractor and smashed his arm, so he like comes in and I taped him up and he's like, I told you I wasn't a carpenter. And it's like, I told him how I hurt my arm and we both walked away like, so fuck him up. Because he's that bloodline that tricked me and a lot of other people. Well, tried to trick me, I guess. Who's trickier is what he's wondering. But I would say God is. Yes, God made people that may not appear to be Christian, but if they don't lie and cheat, connive, and con, well, that's kind of God's person, you know? And I do ask him forgiveness for swearing. And when I did sing my little ditty, my little poem, my spell at Satan, um, and for the Satanists, yesterday, um, when I say, and excuse my language, but when I say God damn it, I'm asking God to damn it. If I get that frustrated, or like people go, Jesus Christ, like if somebody like smashed me in between a wall and a car, that might come out of my mouth, you know. So I mean, I'm not just spewing shit because I'm happy-go-lucky little, oh, I swear every day and isn't this funny type of thing. That's not me at all. If I'm cussing, I'm cursing. And I have a reason. And I won't quit. That's what I do. And I do it well. That's all I do, and I do it well. Cheers. so, so in an odd way, it's a beautiful day. The sun is out, and that started coming out, oh, I would say maybe an hour or two ago, a little brighter. A little bit. I looked over Lake Superior about 80 miles away on a webcam, and it was blue over there. And I thought, oh, I hope it's blowing this way. And I knew it kind of was, but man, the winds were crazy this morning, even crazier than when the storm was here. So, and they were out of the west, sort of northwest, which was really odd because most of the storm was coming from east southeast. So it was like could have been tornadoes if it had been warmer. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, I've been in a bad one of them. But yes, um, I guess really what my subject here today is. I know it's all peace and love, and I'm for that for normal people. I am not, however, loving or peaceful or forgiving to anybody connected in the tiniest. I don't care if you drive a car or drive some fat old Illuminati witch to her doctor appointment. However, you're helping them in this system, you're my foe and you're part of it. So, and if you're on here and, I have some people I follow that I thought, okay, you're kind of iffy, but somebody asked me who that was directed to yesterday. Well, I don't really want to name names yet because this person is very young. Um, I'll give you his age. It's a man and he's 33 years old and has been around my adversaries from the breadth of his language. And um, on the fence as far as neutral, not stepping on anybody's toes, and that's totally not my style. And, as far as seeing this place that you can't have the evil without the bad, and who the hell told you that? And you can't have the dark without the light. And like I said, tell them that in Alaska when they have, and in the northern hemisphere when they have light 24 hours a day. Who says they can? What the hell is that? That's like saying you can't have a storm without rain, or um, a tree without leaves, or flowers without buds. There's all kinds of things in this world that are possible. So, but it's just everybody's on this forgiveness, 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 forgiveness. And I'm asking why. If I'm not doing anything to you, I don't have anything to ask your forgiveness for. And if I offend God, I ask God directly. So you go forgive whoever you're offending and leave me the hell out of your bullshit. I'm not forgiving shit. So that's the way that is. And, as far as, and I'll touch on this might not be the channel for everybody because I am intolerable. I'm not a homophobe, I'm a pedophobe. Although, if people were in a homosexual relationship and I had little children around, you wouldn't be allowed around my kids. So, and I pulled my children out of school and homeschooled them because there was a little boy in a learning class, an extra learning class my HDD kid was in, and HDAD, I believe. Well, anyway, he was in this class, um, and the little boy was crying in there because he had two dads and he missed his mom. And this child psychologist, who I had fired, called the school board and totally made my point and wrote an article in the paper and just reamed this shit out. She told this little boy that he had to be accepting of the situation and understand that he had now two dads. Well, my 12-year-old son, 6th grade, stood up and said, "Wake up and smell the pizza." Now, isn't that odd? And he's almost 40 now. That now it's called like Pizzagate and that type of thing. But so many years ago, this kid that has been severely attacked and all kinds of things you would not believe. Well, it's all in my videos, maybe not all of it, but a large bit of it. That he would say that, and now that's kind of a popular saying. Well, I called the school board and I said, what kind of ditz is going to sit there and tell a kid not to miss their mother? It's like, get real. There's nobody with a beard that's going to come out in the kitchen and cook this kid breakfast and say, "Hi, I'm your new mommy." And this kid's going to feel comfortable. You know, this is not normal shit. I don't give a. And as far as these people adopting and foster care, you want to know where all the abuse is? There you go. I mean, if that's not your own baby, you're not going to know it's cold. You're not going to know it's hungry. I've seen a father playing with a drone with a kid, and the kid was saying that he was tired, and the dad doesn't have him on a daily basis, and really either ignored it or didn't understand, one of the two. But without the mother, sometimes things are difficult in life. So, and I know that. So yeah, my opinions are very strong. They haven't changed from day one. I remember laying in my crib and thinking, when I can walk, I'm going to do something about this. Because of course I could think, and yes, I remember it. I remember not being able to walk, and I walked at 9 months. I have and started riding a trike at 9 months. I'll pull that picture out someday. But I was all ready to go and start my war. I just had to get big enough. So, um, yeah, I was made for this. So, but like I said, I'm not anybody's leader. I'm just your friend. Um, Everything I've memorized, I don't go back and relearn. I keep it in there and I move on. And that's why the Chinese are smarter than the Americans for the most part, because they're not redundant. They teach their child one thing and if they don't excel in that area, they find the area where they do, and they're intelligent like that. And we're not, because we have a regressive society. Well, basically the whole world is regressive. They're just growing people to work them. It's all a part of the system, which is baloney anyway. And that's why I'm a private contractor. I can right now, this minute, I have a DUNS number and a license, go out and build anything I want to build. Hire people, do whatever I want. So, and I have a lot of skills in life, you know, but I won't bow to this system. They made it as hard on me to get my education, to do anything I wanted to do in life, you know. So, yes, they did. And you think I'm not going to pay this shit back at them? Think I'm going to see babies get hurt and people hurting other people and just let it go? You let it go. I'm not gonna. You want somebody to teach your kid wrong? Go ahead. You let them teach your kid wrong. When I know it's not of God and God says no, I'm not bending. You're not getting me to bend on that note ever, ever. So this might not be the channel for you. I'm not going to go out and swear at people, and I would gladly give anybody food or clothing or any medical help or anything like that. Love, attention, everything, except the immoralities around my children. Say what you will around me, but lead other people astray, and I'm a lioness or a wolf, a lone wolf, which are really dangerous. You don't, in fact, I walked up into a lone wolf's area one time in this, in between two mountains. It was called the Bob Marshall Wilderness. I lived up there. And so I went hiking one day, and I had this wolf howling and following me out. It was about 12 miles up, and all the way till I got back to my house, and he was like yelling at me like, next time I'll eat your butt, you come back in my territory again, you know, because I could hear him out there howling, and I didn't really care. I didn't think I did. I was 17. I was like, well, yeah, it was unnerving. I knew I could probably kill it if I could keep a hold of it, but maybe not. So we might have been about the same size. So timber wolves are huge, 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 huge animals, very big. You know. So yeah. So anyway, like I say, I'm not your religious leader, your example. I'm a friend, I'm a loyal friend, the most loyal you will ever meet. And if that's not good enough for you, then you're not good enough for me, and that's a fact. And one more thing on this forgiveness thing. If you want to be tolerant of anybody's anything and you don't point it out, then you're a lesser friend to them by not making them a better person. And if they don't like you for telling them that, then um, either join them or tell them the truth. Tell them, hey, dude, that's not right, you know. Or deep in my heart, I honestly have to tell you that this doesn't seem natural to me, you know. But I'm not hating. This is not hate. But now, if you, like I said, you're a pedophile, a cannibal, a Satanist, or you're helping them in any way, I'm on here to come after you. I will physically come after you if I know where you're at, like I did with Satan. So I'm not playing here. This is not a game at all to me. So just keep that in mind. I don't take any of what I'm saying lightly. And I'm not open for debate for anybody at all. To me, coming against me in any extreme is a fight, and I am not your average bear, and I'm not out to have subs or followers that are lesser than what I want in a person, and um, that's about it. That's that's how I feel about that. So, um, I've had gay friends, don't get me wrong. I have friends right now that if I saw them again, I would hug my friends and love them just as I always have. But I did still not have anybody around my children doing bullshit. So that's just the way it is. That's what moms do. That's what God does, preserves human nature, natural things, you know. And people say, well, frogs are morphodite. And consider that reptiles aren't natural to this planet. And frog being an amphibious reptile would fall into that category, such as the Baphomet. And God was not both sexes. So he created man, then woman, not as a lesser, as different. And not out of the rib. And this, see, there's different things that the words, if you don't go back to the basic language, even with this forgiveness thing, now there wouldn't be the 144,000 warriors out there if there wasn't a call for Christ's blood to rise up and be a little demonistic on their asses. You got to fight fire with fire. What do you think? I'm going to give you a piece of bubble gum and say, oh, would you please rape my child again and send them to hell? By the way, let our kids go to war and let's have them hang themselves because they feel so dirty from the shame and different things that they've done in their lives. Let's just have our little girls dressed like old hose bags and have scuzzy people looking at our boys and girls, and we're not going to say a word about it. Just do whatever you want to them. We don't care. We forgive you. Sure, look at my little 1 year old like she's fresh meat, and I'm not going to say anything to you. Is that what you think? That God's not coming here to actually say or maybe slap somebody in the head? Do you know? And I've told people over and over again, but do you know what I would do if I saw a baby getting hurt? Should ask the guy that smacked his girlfriend and the baby hit the wall what I did. So, yeah. I've been through some crap, but I'm just telling you, I don't put up with anything. And I had to hide her and her children in my bathtub. I locked the doors, but I told them if you come through the door, because I was letting them stay in my house, that I would have to take him out. That's why I did not want her or the kids to see what I might have to do. Because when you hit a woman and a little 3-month old baby hits the wall in front of me, then there's a problem. Well, now I'm a lot different. I would have pushed her and the baby out of the room and slaughtered them right in my house. But that was then. This is now. But if I saw any baby getting hurt, like physically, which I never did, not, I mean, in a sexual way or something, um, I'd probably rip throat or heart out of some, or just kick it in the head so hard with a spin kick or a flying drop kick that it wouldn't recover. I mean, stomp it to death. So I'm not full of forgiveness. I'm full of love, and that is true love. So, but I seriously wouldn't be thinking about somebody's dick if a baby was getting hurt. I wouldn't be considering the soul living inside that thing at that moment, if you get my drift. So that's where I stand with all this, and I just want you to know that there's nobody that knows me that doesn't respect me, and I do deserve that. I don't care. You pick out my little faults. I don't care. Maybe you're a liar. Maybe you fold your towels neatly, but you lust after your daughter. Something like that. I don't care what your faults are. As long as you treat me with respect and you're thriving to be the best person you can and you have God in your heart. Number one criteria for me, if you don't have God in your heart or have some spiritual knowing that we didn't create ourselves, if you're not on that track, you're not on my channel, you're not welcome here at all. And I'm 60 years old. I've never changed. I never will change. And nothing you can say is going to insult me. And I'm taking a moment. I always take a moment for somebody. But, and being that you are a no-name steak with no face, you can say what you really want to say. But I'm brave. I'm out here. I'll be brave. Walk up in my yard. I always say, people, you got a grievance with me? Come on over. 22401 Tunnel Road, Pine City, Minnesota. Can't miss it. Just get off Highway 35 coming out of the cities. It's called the Beroun exit. Beroun. Take a left. Go down 3.5 miles. Take a left. Go down a mile, and I'm the last house on the right-hand side on the creek bottom. Can't miss it. Yellow house, horses pasture, steel pole building. If you go up a hill past the creek, you missed us. So here I am. You got a grievance with me? You want to fight with me? Come here and fight with me. Don't stand behind there like some little twit, punk, whatever you are. I don't know. If you're actually a friendly person and you want not to be a dick, well, good. Female, male, I don't care. Because if you're not like me in your mind, I don't care about you. So, you get it? No name stakes. Go get a picture. Go make a video about me smoking my cigarettes, and I'll come over there on your channel and I'll say, oh, yes, I'm really sorry I was smoking a cigarette. If you're 5 years old and you're on YouTube watching me smoke a cigarette, your mother needs a boot up her ass. So, besides that, Everybody have a righteous day. I'll be back. I just wanted to touch on this love and forgiveness thing only goes so far with or without God, you know. Um, I always said, and I told people that have done me wrong, if I didn't have God in my heart, if there was no God, you would be dead. And there's something to consider. So, well, peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. I'll be back, y'all. I love you. God bless your day, your night, and uh oh, Richard, as far as doing something live together, yeah, we can, but I'm a little intimidated. I haven't done that. I tried it like once on my own as a test. But I've got like Zoom and all that on my laptop and stuff. Maybe you could coach me. I'm sure it's easy. I suppose we pick a time or whatever that is, you know. Just let me know, maybe like a few days ahead of time, because I know our night and days, I think we're like, are we 12 hours or 24 hours apart? I'm thinking it may only be 12. I know England's 12, but I'm Central Time USA. So, well, we'll get it together. Later, peeps.